Good afternoon, dear students and teachers. In this video, we are going to share with you the internet resources that can help you to organize debate clubs for students of different levels. The first resource I want to analyze with you is niceclassroom.com. Here you see short activities and exercises for debate clubs and speaking listening activities. They don't have to take ages to prepare. Head debate involves simple motions being pulled out of a head. Often they take place with just one speaker for or one speaker against the topic, and participants in debate have a minimal time to prepare and great practice for thinking what they want to say. Here are some motions for a head debate. Violent video games should be banned. It's better to live in a countryside than in a city. It would be a good thing to be famous. You can also divide these topics into different groups depending on the level of your students. Rebuttal tennis is a game that's is to point in a debate where participants disagree with what has been said or with their opponents and can prepare this skill by holding short bouts of rebuttal. Tennis, pairs of students sit opposite each other and one student makes statement for and the other immediately disagrees. And here you see also topics or motions for rebuttal tennis. Valentine's should be banned. You should eat less sweets. English is the best subject at school. And of course, it's possible to analyze the resource given to you different platforms as well to make this tennis a little bit more interesting by changing the topic, changing the level of students, changing the warming up before the debate. Mamamoo as a game builds nonverbal communication skills, and the pupils has to communicate the emotions to the group of the class and show their feelings very nice, so they can be sad, happy, shy, angry, surprised, and they need to share this emotion that can prepare them for debating in real life or speaking in public. Emotional counting is exercise, builds non-verbal communication skills. The teacher picks a student and asks to count from 1 to 10, changing their emotion as well as they go. For example, starting at 1 with happy and gradually move to sad. And the pupil cannot communicate the change through languages, so must use vocal and facial expression of body language. Amazing game. MR, as I also can play this game at my classes, and my experience was great. It helps students to build fluency, and you have a task for your students, for example, 60-second speech on the topic given to them. It can be something simple or can be something difficult, so they need to speak for 1 minute or 2 minutes on this topic, and they must not use and it makes them practice self-confidence. And if they have some pauses or words that are very informal, then they lose points. And the idea of the game is also to win, and it's amazing for practicing for students of different language levels. Where do I stand? For this activity, you need to have a room for those who are strongly agree and strongly disagree, and then you propose them a topic. For example, we should bring back to the death penalty, and this is exactly the most important part of the debate itself, yeah. And all schools should be, for example, co-educational, and pupils have to go and stand where they feel their own views are. Before doing this event, I recommend also to use website twinkle.com, where you can find lots of resources and provide your students with templates and worksheets. And here one of them is called Agree or Disagree presentation. Let's get ready to play Agree or Disagree. Step 1, think carefully about each statement. Decide if you agree or disagree, and then hold up your paddle. Be ready to share with the class at least one reason for why you agree or disagree with each statement. Do you have it done? So these are the topics. Children should be banned from watching TV. Summer is the best season. Parents spend too much time on their phones. They actually do. Animals should not be kept in the zoo. Swimming lessons should be compulsory for every child. Football is the best sport. Mathematics is the hardest subject. Cats made the best pets. Everyone should brush their teeth twice a day. It's not okay to tell the truth. Recycling is not really that important, and many others. At website practicespace.org, you see debate, worksheets and activities, and warm-ups. It is really necessary to start your debate with warm-up, as it gives students time to feel confident, to feel relaxed, to feel free, because it's not only practice the English language, but it is practicing some emotional state, psychological way to influence people, analyzing temperament, body language of the other person. So warm-ups, activity, words, Smith gives them chance to give powerful impact, just justify it, practice giving warrants and reasons of the arguments. Its activity can be done individually or in a group. Devil's advocate practices coming up with counter arguments off the top of your head. Pulled from headlines practices summarizing content out loud. Take action practice justifying proposals and plans for actions. Blow up the balloon practices stating short and long-term impacts. Taking code practices fast note-taking. Quick outlines practices the opportunity to avoid perfectionism. And the website debate.uvm.edu gives you the chance to analyze training games. If I rule the world, I couldn't disagree more. The point of affirmation game, balloon debates, true or false. Here you see the first one. If I rule the world, you see how this activity works, how to divide students. And in the second one, we also see learning objectives, the activity itself, You can also add your personal comments on the website. Connecticut Middle School Debate League provides us with debate drills and games. Here you see the description of them, and if you need details, you can also analyze and Google and find how they work. Live boards, superpowers, short impact speeches, explain the effects, explain the causes, brainstorming contentions, debate baseball with the topics, encouraging multiply refutations, the problem and how to deal with it, what's a reason exercise, logical fallacies. Say it simply, conspiracy theories, and let us look at, for example, what's the reason exercise. So read the claim and have everyone think of reason or reasons. All students should learn to play musical instrument because it's easy, I think, to start dealing with this game as you can choose a level of your students from A1 to B1. Debate and discussion speaking exercises that are provided by EnglishSecondLanguageFlow.com. The most successful kind of speaking exercise with more advanced students who want to debate or do some discussion activities. Let us see 18 classroom activities for developing critical thinking, 16 languages and opinion exercises, artificial intelligence. You see videos, you can see some worksheets, some topics to choose, 10 environmental issues exercises if you want to debate on the topic related to ecology, 2-minute debates activity. You see the introduction, procedure, steps, some notes. Finish the sentence activity, level, example how it works, yes but dialogue game, objective, methods, and the representation of this activity itself. English second language activities as strategies and improving skills gives you also chance to analyze resources on this website. Here some activities for giving opinion, agreeing, disagreeing, ranking global problems, discussion, discuss with a partner group whether you agree or disagree, then 15 rock and roll play listening speaking activities. Men, women equal at last, with a description, motivation to do this activity. That is also cool because teachers should be also interested in what they choose for their classes. Then we see first world debate lesson. Violence in the middle media needs to be stopped. If you want to say no, you agree, or the position yes. Some listening activities for debates, and The next internet resource is English Second Language is collective.com. Here you just see how many resources and worksheets they have, speaking cards, warming ups, giving opinion, adults daily routine for discussion. You just take debate or debate worksheets. And twinkle.com we find already existing pack of materials for us to use. Of course, it's the easiest way, but you should make it maybe a little bit different depending on the level of your students and your personal idea for the debate. So, for example, topic zoos are cruel and all animals should be in the nature. What do you think? Do you agree? Here you see the opinion of the girl. To agree with this and why, the opinion of the boy. You can also give them names for and against, research activities, and many zoos now include educational facilities, and we need to know what can we do. Find research a zoo on the internet on your phone and answer the following questions. Does this zoo offer educational facilities? Does this zoo develop something or bring up, for example, pupils? Or no? The big question: zoos are cruel and all animals should be released into the wild. Should they live in nature or cages? It also can be used for different levels. Here you see teacher's guidance with what do you think activity for and against activity, research activity, personal response activity, advice activity, and action plan activity. In research activity, you find that it's already a PDF file to print for your students. They answer the questions. The big question is the question of debate itself, yeah. It's already ready for you to be used. Next topic is related to debate on mobile phones issues. And this is pretty interesting for all generations as it becomes really popular. Advertising technology, progression of the mobile, some theoretical material to be read before the debate, multiple statistics about citizens in Australia, how they use it, how many percentage of people use it, how, in what purposes, what is nomophonia, and your turn is to complete the task about mobile phones before deciding by yourself. If society relies too much on them, then debate on the topic. In a class, here you see different categories: business, personal, and miscellaneous, and record your feelings in the space below as they will assist you in persuading others to form opinion. Debate: should all school students learn a foreign language? Is also the resource from twinkle.com. Schools are learning languages, a context. And provoking question: is learning an additional methods, learning of foreign languages, or it's just fun and there is no need to study foreign languages? Here you see research activity, or you can organize research activity with your students yourself. Ask them to go online, research 4 languages of their choice, and find out how many native speakers each language has. Action plan is working in pairs and or others in a group, producing an action plan that could be used by schools to encourage students to consider learning as additional language. Think about benefits learning a language and use advantages and disadvantages. Worksheet to prove your opinion. Should all students learn the foreign language? How to make a speech, presentation, considering pros and cons. Tick of LU gives you material to work with A1 level students, because as we already mentioned, sometimes the topics are too difficult to analyze, and the teacher should start working with students of A1 level on very easy topic, with unit planner, all possible ideas for the debate, vocabulary, materials, step-by-step activities. It's also ready to be used. Of course, some links, YouTube, and videos in the internet. Preply gives you guide to determine English proficiency. If you look, you see possible ways to organize debate club for A1, A2, B1, B2, C1 level, and videos and some tips of teachers who are already working as tutors independently when you study English, not in a group, just for your career purposes. You can also use these tips and 55 great debate topics for any projects at blog privskola.com. They are divided into some groups, basically depending on the topic: ecology, health debate topics, technology debate topics, how it is possible to prepare for debate, with tips of the teachers who have experience teaching debate. Students and teachers, we hope that the internet resources we have analyzed will help you to make your debate clubs interesting.